بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء مرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم وبارك الله فيكم. This is your senior in age, your brother Khaleel Davis with you again. Another episode, another advice, beneficial reminder. Tawheed before toast, yani your dose of Tawheed before you start your day. Today I want to talk about another term, and this term is called throwing shade. Yani for those who are my peer group, mid-50s, yani, or those who are over who may not know what it means, yani throwing shade, yani having some kind of, hatred or negative kind of feelings towards somebody, yani. And people be concerned about people throwing shade, yani. But we want to say that, yani, there's a shade that people should be concerned about, yani. And we want shade, yani. We want the shade. But the shade that we're talking about, because we say we cut from a different cloth, we move differently, yani. We do it different. And that we set in the narrative is the shade. The shade of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, is the messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I mentioned authentic hadith found in Bukhari that there's a shade, yani, or the people will be shaded on the day there's no shade other than the shade of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Yani, and one, and this is for the youth, S.H.A.D.E. One is your youth who grows up upon the worship of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So you want the shade, yani, the shade of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. And we say shade, as we mentioned, Akhronym, not acronym, because we cut from different cloth, we move different, yani. And we say Akhronym because we're making up these terminologies, yani. The shade, yani. So the shade is the shade having Allah's divine edict, yani. Edict meaning his decree. Allah would decree his verdict, yani. Because Allah Ta'ala decide He will give the shade to those whom He please, yani. And from them is a youth who grows up in the worship of Allah Ta'ala. So we say we want the shade, yani. We want you to have the shade, but the shade of Allah Ta'ala. So with that, this has been my advice for you. May Allah accept it from me, accept it from you. Anything we say that is correct is from Allah alone. Anything we say from mistake is from the stuttering of my tongue, imperfections of my tongue, imperfections of my knowledge, and whispers of the shaitan. Allah is free of all of it. So we say, Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk, aqulu qawli hadha, astaghfirullah li wa lakum, wa nasrullah tabat, hafidhukum Allah min kulli shar wa sakanukum fi jannati. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Athabakum Allah.